Hey fam, and welcome back to The Believer with your host, Stumper. Welcome to my face. Still another day, another great day in Cape Town coming to a close. We've been having a good time, me and my homie Alex. What's up, dude? He's as far as anybody's concerned, he's my cat at this point. Or at least I am his human while I'm here. Because he just follows me around everywhere I go. Him and the other one. What's the name? Max and Alex just go. I open the door. They're like, "Oh, how are you doing?" I'm like, "All right, what's up?" Anyway, welcome to another episode of The Believer. We like to review our life every now and see if the shit we believe is true or not. Today I've been walking around and talking to some friends and people I know, and my knowledge that a lot of people are turning commies these days. I'm looking at you, internet. A lot of you guys are turn in modern day commies. And that's a little bit weird to me personally. I grew up in the Soviet bloc in the 80s. I grew up in 1980s Ukraine. I was there for the last hurrah and the collapse, which was honestly not that fun. I have trouble understanding what the whole hubbub is about wanting to be a socialist communist. And not so, I guess here in South Africa also, they're going a little bit commie, from what I learned, but especially in the States. And I have a hard time reconciling the realities of communism along with what the people who propose it, like who they are. And bonk shit creators. I find like the people that are the biggest proponents of like socialism and communism are like the millionaires. It's like the people that it's not the plumber. It's not the plumber that gets up at 6 a.m. and goes to work. That's like, oh, let's be commies. It's not that dude. It's not the fucking chef that gets up at 4 a.m. It's not the trash can guy. It's no one that like adds real value to any economy. It's usually like a social worker or like a financier who lost his job or some shit like that. It's like here's a quick history lesson on communism. All right, pay attention. It was basically put together by a bunch of bourgeoisie. For how much commies in the 19th century railed against the bourgeoisie, the vast majority of them were the bourgeoisie. They were children of businessmen and more successful people who had affluence, they had housing, they had a lot that they would be considered the top 10% of their era. Those Karl Marx was a spoiled brat. Okay, like he wasn't good at anything. Most of them weren't good at anything except like writing poems. And even then they weren't that good. They wrote some stuff, yeah, but they like never did anything in their life worth like with meaning or like success or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a correlation with the between them and the modern commies and stuff. None of them have like done anything. You ever like talk to somebody who's like very pro socialism and communism and ask them what they do, and they come from like a family whose like parents are like college educators or work in administration, somebody, and they have a house and they have everything, but they just don't. They went to like school for socialism, or not socialism, but for like psychology, and like can't get a job, and now they're like, oh my god, capitalism is horrible. No, you just made bad choices. If you went to college and got yourself a sociology degree, you fucked up. That's on you. Like, welcome to adulthood. You got to like make the bed or sleep in the bed you make kind of thing at this point. Um, it's those same kind of people, and I don't get it. I come from a communist household. Like my grandmother was a staunch Stalin supporter. She was a good old commie. All right, let me describe my household growing up. We had busts and pictures of Lenin in pretty much every room, including the bathroom. Okay, like he was in the kitchen watching us eat every morning. Like that's my commie household. Like my bedtime stories were about how to plant mines around Stalingrad. All right, like that's I went to sleep learning about how to take out a tank in the snow, how to ambush a tank in the snow. Fun fact, the key to a successful ambush around Stalingrad is watching a couple of your friends get grounded into a pulp. And then that gives you enough time to take your Molotov and throw it into the area and take on the tank. That's how you do it, but they don't teach you that part in modern day commie school, whatever the fuck that is, you know? Like all these American commies, like I'm talking to you guys now. You guys wouldn't last a day. Like, like you're not of the survival stock. Like if you're like a modern day communist, you can't grow vegetables. You can't be a communist and not be able to grow a tomato. Does that like you can't qualify for that? Like for all the talk of sickles and all the sickles and hammers I see on shirts and flags and everything these days around LA, I'm like, you don't even know how to use a sickle. Like you've never done a hard day's labor in your life for you to be crying about communism so much. Like I guarantee you they don't even know how to hold a sickle. In fact, I guarantee they don't. They don't even know what the fuck a sickle is for, and that's troubling. You can't be a communist and not have a sick either like swapped a sickle or swung a hammer. And modern day commies tend to have done neither. So you don't qualify. You can't. I don't understand it. Like none of them know how to make their own mayonnaise. Like what are you doing? Like the modern day commies don't even know what's in mayonnaise. You think you're going to survive a winter, bro? You're not. You're like you can't pickle shit. The first frost is gonna take you out. You're not a communist. Stop it. All right. I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to these wannabe commies appropriating my culture. Okay. That's my culture, not yours. That's mine. Okay. I don't want don't can't even swing a hammer for fuck's sake. What kind of communist are you? You know? Yeah, man. I will say this. I do miss a couple things about communism and the Soviet bloc. Like number one, my favorite thing I missed about communism are the parades. We had the best parades. 88 and 80 and 89 were great years. Like in the States in the 80s, people had malls and they had like shit they could buy and cereal and all that kind of stuff. We didn't have any of that, but we did have tanks. We had a lot of tanks and we put that shit on a parade, right? Well, commie parades are the best parades. Nothing comes close. When's the last time you saw a nuclear launcher up close? You don't, except at a commie parade, all right? That's the only you want to see every tank line up and roll through town. That's a commie parade. Okay. When I was growing up, when I was like a 5 year old, me and my friends knew all the tanks. Okay. We all wanted to be either in the military or the Air Force. No one in Russia, in the Soviet bloc, no one wanted to be in the Navy because even the Russians knew that the Navy was for the gays. But the Air Force was legit, and the Army was like, "This is where we go to die," you know. And there's so much cool hard. I remember watching Red Square parades and just like watching teenage girls with AK-47s like goose step down Red Square. There was just I was a 5 year old, but I'm like, this is nice. Like it's kind of nice. Chicks with guns, nice. They have like bows in their hair. I was like, fucking nice. It is nice. But outside of that, that was pretty much it. So like, and from what I understand, American commies don't like guns and tanks. So I'm like, I don't know what are you gonna do in communism exactly, bro? Except starve to death. Like fuck. Learn to pickle something. All right, have a skill, man. You can't put up drywall and you don't know how the electricity works. You're not a communist. Like you're like stop it. Just stop lying about that. Okay. And now for the review portion of this amazing episode. Today we're reviewing, I believe it's called Falafel Palace. I should really know the name of the places I'm reviewing. I went there though. It's falafel. It is also in Sea Point, Cape Town. It was recommended to me, but I just saw it from the street. But then somebody also recommended it, and I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. This got to be like a good spot. This looks decent. Looks like clean, and they look like they take care of their stuff. Fabulous staff. Falafel Palace slash whatever. I'll put the info in the link. I mean, down below and all that gay shit. Nicest staff ever. Like great staff. Perfect staff. Clean restaurant. All that good stuff. The only issue I've had with the falafel place is the actual falafel, like the wraps. Like it was, I got a beef shawarma and some falafel thing. Actually, I would say the falafels were fine. The beef shawarma that I got was like the driest. It wasn't even the beef. The beef wasn't even that dry. It was like the bread, the tortilla. They used like an Iraqi style wrap, whatever, and it was just like the hardest thing in wrap. I thought it was gonna be like nice and soft and fluffy, and I'm like, this is overcooked. it's not burnt, but it's like just the consistency of it or what it's made out of or whatever is just is like it's been a couple hours since I was there. I'm guessing I could take the piece that I didn't end up eating and just hit it against the table and it'll be solid. It's like that, and that shouldn't go. Your wrap shouldn't be wrapped up in that kind of stuff. You know, falafel palace slash place slash whatever you call it. You really shouldn't do it. It was good. That was fucking awesome. And the little pita, the actual falafel stuff was pretty solid. Like I got like little pita falafel sandwiches. They had like peppers in them, and those are great. All right, but the shawarma wrap thing with like I even got like an extra wrap of it. I forgot what it was called, like lotto or something. Like I even got a second one because in the photo it looked like it was soft and mushy. It was like folded over on itself, right? And then I got like when I got it, it was like a tube of like it was getting pretty solid, and I was a little bit upset. I guess I could have like I would have had to order hummus to dip it in, but I thought I could just like make two full like two shawarmas out of one kind of thing, and I wasn't able to do that, and I was you can't be served if you have the option to serve the pita or the bread or whatever wrap you have available to your patrons, it better be the softest piece of fucking bread on earth. Whatever style that gluten takes, it better be the softest fucking gluten or gluten alternative that you're gonna put on a plate and give to somebody. You can't do that. But the insides of the shawarma were pretty decent. I mean, it's not LA. I don't want to. I know it's supposed to be like a middle. It was a Middle Eastern falafel place, but honestly, the best falafel I've had has been in the United States. Some of the honestly, no, actually, Mexico's has better food, but in South Africa also. But the falafel is better in LA. At least in LA for sure. I don't know about the rest of the country, but LA has pretty decent fucking falafel. We got a lot of immigrants. It's a good time of all kinds. We have like Israeli falafels, we have Lebanese falafels, we have I know we have Iraqi falafels. That's why I went to this place because it was like, oh, we're in an Iraqi falafel place. I'm like, all right, let's go check it out. Won't do it again. Not really recommending it either. It's not for me. If you like hard pitas and breads, go for it. But you know, if I'm gonna spend my money on something, I'd rather go get a steak down the street for like $10. No, like I paid the same amount for a falafel that I could have for like a kilogram of meat. Like I could have just taken a bunch of meat and brought it home, just cooked it and just ate it, and I would have liked it more. And that's really why I'm a little bit upset about it. It's that I could have spent that money on a big honky chunky steak. And I didn't. And I guess I'm taking it out on a falafel place. But they should also do better. You know, they should falafel place, palace, gyro, whatever you call yourself down in Sea Point, you got to do better. I said there was a guy walking around that had like a chef's knife tattooed on his forearm, on the side of his forearm. Whoever you are, make sure the bread is better. Change out your bread. It's not that. Make it softer. Don't add crap to it, but you can't be. If it's fresh, it better be fresh, dude. It better be still warm and it better be fresh. Not like we rolled it this morning and we put it in the freezer and then we heat it up when customers get it. Don't do that. That's not bueno. All right. Don't be a commie like that. All right. Your meat's good. Make sure what it's wrapped in is good as well. You know what I'm saying? Hope this was helpful to you guys. I do want to leave you guys on a little bit of I guess some food advice, some cooking advice, some little things that I like to do, that make cooking at home easier. Do you guys want to eat some like home cooking and enjoy it? You wish you could cook. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Here's a pro tip I learned from somebody that I think is a great, and I do this all the time now. Is you want to get like two heads of garlic. You want to get like a little pot, like ideally a pot with a cover on it. You can do it in a pan also if you're a loser, but ideally get it in a pot. Throw a bunch of olive oil into that pot, and then take peel like 3, 4 heads of garlic, just all of them. Just peel them, put just a bunch, take them out, and then you can just squish them with a knife, and then chuck all that garlic into the olive oil. Just cook on medium to high and get both sides crispy until it's like charred, and then you pour that concoction of garlic and oil into like a glass bottle, and then you just add that to your steak or salad or fucking whatever the fuck you're eating anywhere, and it makes it taste immediately better. You know, it's just get a bunch of garlic, cook it up with with oil, with olive oil, good quality expeller press oil, and you cook that shit and you store it in a jar, and it makes life easier and more enjoyable. Okay, I hope this was helpful, perverts. Remember, don't be a commie. Commies are dumb. Just from personal experiences. I mean, look at me. This is an ex commie right here. So don't be a commie, please, for the love of God. Do it for the people you love. Don't be a commie. It's gonna it's gonna end up bad. Trust me. Okay. Maybe go check out the Falafel Palace place, whatever, in Sea Point if you're in South Africa. And then grill up your garlic and have it on standby. You know, if you got a lady coming over and you're like making Italian, dude, don't add too much garlic to the thing, but have to whatever dish you're making, but have a jar of your olive oil garlic deliciousness on standby. Because if she's a garlic girl, that's a keeper. You know, she looks at that jar and pushes a bunch of those garlics on whatever the fuck else you made for her. You fucking, you don't necessarily marry that, but you know that's a good woman. That's something to consider. Okay, that was mainly for fellas. All right, bye, perverts. Also, remember to like, subscribe, do all that gay shit. Go click everything in the links, support us, and sign up on Patreon and submit your suggestions of where to go, what to do, things to rant about, and also send me pictures of your mom. Okay, love you. Bye.